ahead of us now, we have our white-handed ribbons. These guys are native to Southeast Asia and belong to a group of primates known as the lesser apes. They can vary in color from a light beige to black with a white ring around their face, white hands, and white feet. These guys have hook-like hands with short thumbs, long arms, and compact bodies, and have evolved quite differently from the spider monkeys we saw earlier, as these guys do not have a tail. They live in family groups consisting of a much better. Thank you. Fluid after the wall, so if you have any little items or hands on, just be sure that they don't go away. Please note that the following is intended as a scenic tour around Water Safari Lake and not as an animal display. Therefore, at certain times during the season or for breeding purposes, not all of our animals will be out on the islands. We do have a couple of our primates out though, so you guys will get to see some monkeys today, as long as they aren't up in the trees. Otherwise, you guys can just enjoy the tour, and I will let you know if there's anything that you can see. The lake that we are touring on is a natural spring-fed lake with man-made islands. It's home to 4 species of fish, including the large and smallmouth bass, sunfish, as well as the catfish. We also have a variety of snakes, frogs, and turtles that live in and around this area, as well as some muskrats that call this lake home. The deepest point of our lake is right at the center. Look under, but just in case you might be having a nap, you just swim around the whole lake. Coming up on the island to our right, we have our spider monkeys.
Well, we ask that you please remain seated with your arms and legs well within the train carriage at all times. We are now entering a reserve consisting mostly of open woodland. It serves as a natural refuge for many wild animals and birds native to southern Ontario. Predominant vegetation in this area includes willow, ash, elm, poplar, and a large sheltering white pine forest. The Nature Boys Scenic Railway is intended as a scenic ride and not an animal display, so it'll only be by chance that animals are seen. So keep your eyes peeled and enjoy the scenery. The train you're riding on is being pulled by a miniature replica of an 1863 CP Huntington steam engine. The original steam engine played an important role in building the western portion of the first transcontinental railway from 1864 to 1869. Today, the original engine stands in front of the railroad station in Sacramento, California as a symbol of an engineering marvel of over 150 years ago. Birds you see flying along the water's surface are swallow. You'll see some Canada geese flying overhead in their typical V formation. This helps them conserve energy and keep track of one another. The large building on the right is where we house our herd of Asian elephants. We also have a very successful breeding program and research laboratory run out of this building. Looks like we will be getting a view of some of our elephants from the train today. There are 3 subspecies of elephant in the world: the African savanna, African forest, and the Asian. Here at Safari, we actually have the Asian elephant. These 2 elephants appear to be males because their tusks are quite prominent. Unfortunately, all of these species of elephant are endangered, mostly due to habitat loss and hunting the animal for their ivory tusks. Once Please watch your head and step as you exit the train. Thank you so much for visiting us today, and I hope you enjoy the remainder of your stay here on Safari.
I just don't age how big that fucker is. That's huge.
Oi. Where's Snake? And look at that.
That's rocking like ours, but it's smaller. Oh, baby, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Close to mommy's name.
Simply a turkey, but she brings with her a lovely message of conservation. Now, I do have a question for all of you. Show of hands, who has seen a wild turkey before? many, so we've got a couple hands up. Yeah, well, that is all thanks to a conservation project from the 1980s. Before that, they were actually extirpated in the wild. They fancy word to say they were only under domestication. They were hunted to extinction in the wildlands. Now, scientists knew that if they added turkeys back into their ecosystem, the whole thing would really benefit from it. So they released 4,400 turkeys across different sites within Ontario, and this was very, very successful indeed. Those numbers rose very, very quickly to the point that they actually had to do countermeasures and reinstate the turkey hunting season so that they didn't get too large here. Now, we have just spun out here today, but she has 100,000 wild counterparts in our province alone. She's off and away. Thank you for that beautiful message of conservation. Let's all say bye, Spud! Bye, Spud! Now, on that note of conservation, there is a project we would love to talk to you all about. It's very near and dear to our hearts here at Parrot Paradise. We call it the Blue-Throated Macaw Recovery Program. And you guessed it, right here, one of the ambassadors for her species. This is Levi. Now, unfortunately, Levi has less than 500 wild counterparts remaining in the Bolivian rainforest, which is now the only place they can be found. So to tackle this, we've been lucky enough to partner up with the World Parrot Trust and establish a breeding program right here on site for these beautiful birds. Now, Levi and her clutch knit Betty were the very first two blue throats hatched here in 2018, but since then we've been able to add 8 additional eggs to that flock. Now, those 10 chicks are already going to make a massive difference for their survival of the species, but of course, ultimately, our goal is to have them repopulate the wild. So, very excited to announce, 2023 September, we were able to send 8 of our blue throats down to Bolivia so that they can take place in a breeding program there within their own native habitat. Now, it's their offspring that will one day be released into the wild, and we want to make sure we thank each of your beautiful faces for coming down to Safari and supporting us through these efforts. It's because of each and every one of you that we're able to create conservation projects like this, not to mention have such amazing success as well. So on that note, please give yourselves a big round of applause. I know our blue throat certainly does appreciate it as well. Yeah, yes, all of us keepers here at Safari, none of us are Beyonce, so let's give it up for Wasabi. Even if he's a little bit out of tune, I think maybe getting him to do some vocal runs might assist us, so let's see. Wasabi, can you warm up your voice? All right, about as in tune as we're gonna get. Now let's go ahead for that first song. A little bit of our national anthem to kick things off here. All right, impressing the people already. Good to know. Now, before his next one, I do have a question to ask all of you. Show of hands. Is it anyone's birthday today? Birthdays. Oh, we got one over here. 2, 3. Oh my gosh, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 birthdays. My goodness. Well, happy birthday to you. Oh, that's fantastic news. You know what? Everyone else who doesn't have a birthday today, you're probably feeling a little excluded. That's okay. Go ahead, raise your hand nice and high if your birthday's in the next year or so. Birthday's in the next year. Yeah, there we go. Just want everyone to have a slice of the cake. Well, whatever your special day is, but especially if it's today, this song's going to be for you.
Happy birthday, Parrot.
All the words and the rhythm there. Now, with all that talent that Wasabi clearly does come a lot of hard work as well. And he is very, very proud of where he works, so much so it's probably his favorite thing to tell you all. So why am I talking? Let's turn it back over to the expert. Wasabi, tell people, where do you work? He works right here at African Lions Park. Give him one more great big round of applause. He did a great job. Now, we here at Safari like to say that the first steps in conservation are always education. So not only hoping you have lots of fun, ultimately hoping